Okay, here we go. This is the first time I'm doing anything like this. This goes against everything inside of me because I don't like this level of vulnerability. Um, but I truly believe it's something that I need to do. I wanted to do an intro to kind of introduce myself and kind of and also what I'm trying to do with Breakpoint. And this comes from a conversation I had with a good friend of mine. And I was telling her I feel like I'm kind of hiding, like I'm putting out information, but I'm sort of hiding behind it all. Um, you know, I never want like my face to be front and center on anything, because this whole thing is a lot bigger than anybody. But she was kind enough to tell me that it's not that I'm hiding; it's just that I'm not living. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not having fun with it. I'm putting it out, and then I'm hiding in my house, and I'm not living the experience of it. So this is me trying to do that. Okay. Um, so really fast, here's the old story. I don't want to get too much into it because that is my old story. It's not who I am now. But I'm a veteran, and I haven't gone through anything that the men and women have gone through today. But the little bit that I went through just kind of twisted me up, changed some things, dealt with depression, anxiety, panic, tons of anger, and a level of hopelessness that did you ever see the cartoons like where they would draw a circle right on the person? You can like reach through and the hand comes out the other side, right? That's what I felt like when I was so hopeless. I felt like there was just this hole inside of me, right? And it's weird. You can like physically feel this weird pain from this emotional feeling, which is just crazy. So after about 16 years of dealing with that, having no clue what was wrong with me, I ended up going to the VA and trying to get some help. And quickly, I I became just very unhappy with the answers. It seemed like no one really had a specific answer. Did a couple of different therapy approaches. Did a whole bunch of worksheets. I don't understand why therapists love worksheets so much, but so and eventually I decided I'm done. I want to be off the medications, and I'm going to figure out a way for myself. Now, look, dude, therapy, medications, they all have their place. They're all very important. But I don't think it's something that you should do like the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, use the medication, as you're getting over that hump, but then get off them, and live naturally, man. But so anyways, I wasn't content. I was going to school at the time, and I studied anthropology, and I immersed myself in veteran reintegration, trying to figure out what causes these issues, right? And that's where I am today. Um, in that search, I found coaching, and I got to eat my words now, right? Because I always looked at coaching as con men taking money from suckers. So if you ever used coaching before, I apologize. If you are a coach, I apologize, right? But that's just the kind of like the way I always looked at it. And then as I actually got into it and saw what it actually does, saw the science behind it, I realized that where with the therapy, I'd fill out a worksheet and then put it away and that'd be it. And then with coaching, it's all about like this immediate and constant action, right? It's practicing these things, um, so that they become a part of your life. That's what Breakpoint is all about. We practice such negative emotional states for so long that we master them, and we have an anger problem. Like, I have never heard of somebody say, oh, they have a love problem, or a happiness problem, but we have an anger problem because we practice anger constantly. We don't need a neat reason for it. Like I was saying earlier, we don't need a reason for it. We just need an opportunity to let it out, right? So once you start practicing those other things, eventually your emotions start to break to better places naturally, right? And it was one of the first revelations that I had in this is like coaching. What coaching taught me is that Our brains evolved to be negative. Psychology says our brains have a negativity bias. So when I'm depressed, when I'm angry, when I'm anxious and stuff, it's not a disorder. It's my brain doing what it naturally does, right? So, and if it naturally does that, then that means I can train something better into it. That's what Breakpoint is all about. Um, it is not about helping anybody. I don't think vets need help. I don't think first responder or anybody that just feels stuck, they don't need help. You know, People have been through hell, man, and they survived. They don't need help. They need retraining. They need a reconditioning that goes on. They need to know that what they're feeling is absolutely fucking normal. And my emotions get a hold of me on this stuff because this is where my passion comes from. We keep so many people stuck that don't need to be stuck, man. And as this retraining happens, it doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? But eventually things change and things get so much better, and all this stuff in life that you wanted to have. And I'm not talking about material possessions. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people that are out there be like, "Oh, I'm going to teach you to have all the abundance, all the material stuff that you want, the riches that you want." It's bullshit. Okay? I want to show you that happiness. Again, I'm not going to help you become happy because it's already inside of you, but I'm going to just show you that, like, ways to connect with it, right? And this is a weird thing, right? So, because I want to do like these videos on mindset, on the future, on the patterns that happen, on new patterns, on old patterns, and this is something that just like popped into my life. Like I pulled myself up out of that. I've integrated PTSD into the core who I'm being, where I don't even talk about it anymore. Because I don't, not that I, because I don't want to. You know what I mean? Because it's not who I am anymore. I'm becoming something else, and this transitionary period can get kind of crazy, right? So as I was thinking and about doing this and putting out these videos, my anxiety, my old patterns that were just like kind of waiting to ambush me, man, came back so strong. Dude, I thought I had heart issues, man. My doc, like, God love her, dude. She's just like, no, your ego's at war with yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong. I mean, they checked everything out. There's nothing wrong. So that's the purpose of this. I'm giving you an introduction into what Breakpoint is about. It's what it's about. Again, I'm so nervous. I have no idea what I said. So I hopefully covered it all. And then the other part is, I feel like I'm standing before this big black fog I can't see through, that is just fear. And I have two choices. I can walk away from it, and I can be safe, and I can go get a job wherever, you know what I mean, counting traffic cones or something at the Department of Transportation or something, and I can exist. I can be happy, or I can choose, like my friend told me, to live. So here's me making the choice. Here I am. I'm walking through. So here's the video. This terrifies me. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.